Hi, and welcome to 50 Shades of Blonde. I'm Missy Day.
And Jill Branson.
And we had a fun show last month, did we not?
Oh my gosh. I left here feeling so good. How can you not?
Yeah, it was so fun. And so if you missed it, we had our 1 year anniversary birthday. Okay, so how fabulous is our backdrop right now?
Yeah. I like, except I'm kind of clashing with my blue, but it's okay.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks nice
good.
and cool and refreshing.
We're going to visualize that. We're there
we're
right
at
now.
the beach. Yeah, Scott, can you work on that, getting us a location from the beach? So we didn't get a chance to talk because it's kind of been a crazy day. So we had a big luncheon and then we scurried over here and I was late. So I have a rant and feel free to jump in at any time if you'd like.
I'm really good at that.
So my rant is like a accumulation of this week and this weekend of customer service, or shall we say the lack thereof of customer service. So we were at a store, several stores over the weekend, and one of the stores was a bookstore, and so there was 7 people in line. There was one guy that was checking people out, and the lady that was with him, she had 12 items, and she was paying for them all separately, which is fine, whatever.
Oh, no.
Except the rest of us in line are like, hello. So the lady behind me and I were talking, and she said, why isn't he calling anybody else up to help him? And I said, that's a really good question. So I get up to him and I said, at what point do you call and ask, for somebody to come and help you? There's 7 people in line. And he said, oh, do you think I should do that?
Oh.
And I was like, what?
I'm sorry, that was pretty funny.
I said, yeah, it'd probably be a good idea because there's a lot of people. And by this time, there was more people in line. And so he said, okay. So he called somebody up, to come up and help him. So she did. And so he's like, well, I'm really glad you pointed that out. And I'm just like, do they even have training anymore for people?
I don't think so. And he obviously didn't lift up his head and look to see that people are pacing in line.
Right.
And getting a little upset.
It was crazy. So then we went on to the next store, and so my mom wanted to get a new TV and a laptop. She wants a laptop so she can play around on the computer. So we were at a big store that's like red with a dot in the middle.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
Is that being politically correct? So we're in the electronics department, so there was 3 people there. So I'm thinking, we have 3 people now. They were all sitting, and I walked over and I said, can I get some information about this laptop? Mm-hmm. So the lady points and she goes, just walk over there and all the information is listed in front of the laptop. And I was like, man, am I just attracting this weirdness, or is this the way it is now? And so Fred goes over and talks to a guy and says, we're here to get a TV and a laptop. Do you want to help us? And he jumps up. Yes, of course I do. I want to help you. And I was like, okay. So, what's going through my head at this point? Is it A, I'm a woman, B, she just didn't care, or what was the story? And so then from there we went to my favorite place, a coffee place, and we won't mention names again.
And what does that logo look like?
It's a mermaid. And so we went in and all 3 of us walk up, and so we're ordering, and so we're thinking the girl's listening and taking our order, right? So I'm standing there waiting for her to give me a total. She goes, I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Oh.
I was like, I'm done. I'm done
my.
shopping. Now I know why people shop online.
Right.
You don't have to deal with people.
Yeah. I mean, I've got and this is simple. This is just something silly, but I go to a particular tire store, and I'm not giving the logo on that one. And I always go there because we've bought tires from them before to get air in my tires. Now, granted, my car doesn't have their tires, but my husband's does. And two guys that were in there, the mechanics, they had one car, right? One car. They're both over in the corner. They both turn around, they look at me, and I'm going, oh good, they're gonna come. They'll come. They know that's why I'm there. No. After about 5 minutes, I went, all right, that's it. I'm going to your competitor. And I left because I know they knew that's why I was there.
Mhm.
And they were just standing there shooting the breeze. They were not working. But I interrupted whatever it was. Their little 5-minute.
How awful of you.
I know. And I went, okay, I'm never going back there again. That really made me angry because, and I hate to say the word angry, but aren't you tired of being treated that way?
Yes.
Like we are? I don't remember it being as bad as it is right now. The only places I can think of are places like where you've coached them and the businesses actually care enough to teach their employees the proper way to do customer service.
Right.
And the other ones, a lot of times the managers aren't even around to see what's going on. So
Right. And oftentimes, unfortunately, the managers don't even
yeah, they don't.
care, to lack of a better word. And so to me, it just comes down to, I think, training, really, and having a respect for the customer, that you're the person that's going in and oftentimes spending a lot of money. Like yesterday, a television and a laptop's not cheap, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like you would think they would be encouraged to give you really great customer service. And but there's another company that sells chicken, and they have a really great philosophy for their employees. They are on it from the beginning till the end. And they use your name because you give them the name for the order. They use your name. They thank you. Come back. It's been a pleasure. So I know it still exists somewhere out there. So this is my PSA for stores. Get it together. Train your employees how to respect the customers that are spending their money. I think it's a simple ask, right?
Well, it is, and not to mention, even though they think they're so successful, they don't need to worry about that. People are leaving in droves now from that type of customer service. They want better customer service. We want to be treated with respect, and that is not respectful when they ignore you or they basically tell you, go over there and read. That's so not right. Well, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
You got me all worked up now.
I was like, I need to share all this wonderful information with someone.
Do you feel better?
Yes, I feel better now.
Okay, what else would you like to talk about? We don't have a lot of time left.
Well, we could always talk
Okay.
about the 215 and how people in the fast lane drive 100 and
Yeah.
how I was behind this unfortunate soul today that was driving 40.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Been there. And the scary part, I think, on the 215 is that if you have just a little bit of a gap somewhere, like you've got cars in all three lanes, but you've got just enough, this person that's doing 90 behind you is doing this, and you're going, oh, please God, don't. I won't put on my brakes, and I'm hoping nobody else will. So every time we go out on the road, we're taking our lives in our hands these
No
days.
kidding. Have you ever noticed too that people almost drive sideways just to get in?
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty severe.
Yes, we love our 215. I do. It's convenient, but man, is it just me or is traffic gotten
It's
it's
way-
bad all the time?
All the time. It doesn't matter. Before I used to be able to say, okay, between 10 and 2, I have a window where it's going to be somewhat quiet. And I'll be able to take my time and not feel like I have to do what the others are doing. Although I have been seeing speed traps on the 215, so you might want to be careful. They've been out there on their motorcycles.
Yeah,
so.
you might want to back it up to 90 instead of 100
instead of
maybe.
100.
Well, that went fast.
Yeah, we have more to talk about, darn it.
Well, we have Rob Garrett, the King of Diamonds, is going to be coming back again to join us to talk about his upcoming shows. And we have Shauna Wren and Tim Dunn and Robin Donaldson and Elin, that's right, Jacobson is going to be joining us today. So stay tuned.
Great show.